Good morning students. Welcome to our computer class. In our last class we have completed chapter 3 and we have done the exercise also. Now in today's class we will start chapter 4 where we will learn advanced formatting features in Microsoft Word. So let's start. We can change the appearance of a page in a Word document. That is called page formatting. So in this chapter mainly we will learn page formatting, and in today's class we will learn 4 page formatting features. One is page margin, another one is setting indents, alignments, tabs, and how to give break. So let's start. This is Microsoft Word. I have already made one file with one page, and the page contains some text in 2 paragraphs. This is first paragraph, this one is second paragraph. Now on this file we will learn or see all the page formatting features. So let's start with page margin. What is that? A margin is a blank space between the text and the side of the page. So this is the edge, page edge, and this is the actual appearance of the text. So this much distance is for top margin. Here this is for left margin, this is for right margin, and the bottom of the page you will get the bottom margin. I am showing you the margin. Top margin, left margin, right margin, and here bottom margin. You can change this margin from these 2 rulers. This is horizontal ruler bar, this is vertical ruler bar. Now how to change margin? 2 ways we can change margin. One from this ribbon, another from this ruler bars. To set margin, we have to follow certain steps. What to do? We have to go to the page layout tab. But here in my version of Microsoft Word, you will not get page layout tab, you will get layout tab. Page layout you will get in 2010 version, and I am using 2016. So click on this page layout or layout tab. This is layout ribbon or page layout ribbon. Here we have to go to this margins option present in page setup group. Click on it. See, different type of margins are there. By default this is normal margin where you will get 1 inch for top, left, bottom and right margin. You can use narrow margin also where it will leave 0.5 inch at the top, 0.5 inch at the bottom, 0.5 inch at the left hand side and right hand side also same distance. You can customize the margin. For that you have to click on this custom margins. This dialog box will come. Here you can specify how much space you will leave for top margin, how much for bottom margin, then for left and right margin. At last you have to click on OK to set this custom margins for your Word documents page. So let me use this narrow margin. See now, narrow margin, 0.5 inch space. Here 0.5, see from here till this much is 0.5 and this is 1 inch. Here also 0.5 inch and at the bottom also 0.5 inch. So all 4 margins will take 0.5 inch distance from the edge of the page. Next is indentation. What is that? The space between the text and the left or right margin of the page. Means from this margin we can leave some space to indent the text in between left and right margin horizontally. Actually indents are added to make the text more eye-catching. Indents specify the distance between the page margin and the actual appearance of the text in a text area. There are 4 types of indents: left indent, right indent, first line indent and hanging indent. So what is left indent? It sets the starting point of all lines in a paragraph from the left margin. So here we can leave some space from the left margin to make a point from where all the lines of a paragraph will start. Then right indents, it says the end point of all lines in a paragraph from the margin. Here we don't want to go till this right margin, we will leave all lines here only. So we can set right indent, means we can specify the distance for the right indent from this right margin. Then first line indent. First line indent says the starting point of the first line of a paragraph from the margin. This is one paragraph. We can start this first line either from here or from here. We can set the indentation for the first line only. And hanging indent, it says the starting point of all the lines except the first line of the paragraph from the margin. So first line indents will set the indentation of the first line, and hanging indent, it will set the indentation of all the lines leaving the first line. I am showing you how to do that. To set the indents, first you have to keep your cursor in the paragraph, or you can select a full paragraph on which you are going to change the indentation or going to set the indentation. Now we have to go to this page layout or layout tab to open the layout ribbon. Here you will get paragraph group. See here, indents, left, right. So you can use these 2 arrow keys to increase or decrease the indentation from the left margin and from the right margin. That means text will start from the left margin and will spread till the right margin. So I am increasing the distance. See now, 4 inch from the left margin. And here you go till this much. Means we are leaving 4 inch at the right hand side from the right margin. Or you can use the dialog box also for this indentation. In that case, in paragraph group, click on this dialog box launcher arrow. This paragraph dialog box will appear. Here, indentation section, you will get left and right indent. And click on this down arrow to get the special indents, first line and hanging. Select first line and specify the first line indents here. By 0.5 inch, I am increasing this or decreasing this. 2 or 0.1 inch. Now let me set the hanging indent also. 5 inch. Click on OK now. See, this is first line and this is hanging. Understood? Both the indentations are set from the left margin. This is left margin. Another way also you can change this indentation. Go to Home tab, and here in paragraph group you will find these two buttons. One to decrease the indent, another to increase the indent. See, I am using this increase indent. Understood? Decrease indent. This is for left. To get the first line and hanging indent, you have to open paragraph dialog box, which can be opened either from Home tab or from Page Layout tab. Here also you will get the paragraph group, and in Home also you will get paragraph group. Click on this dialog box launcher. See, indents. In this indent section you will get left indent, right indent, and these two type of special indent, first line and hanging. Understood? Another way also we can change the indentation by using this indent tab. This is first line indent, and drag it and find the position where to keep according to your requirements. This one is hanging, and at the bottom of this hanging tab, this rectangular one is left indent. You just keep the cursor, a tooltips will appear which will tell you what type of indents you are on. Now using this left indent, when you will drag, both first line and hanging indent will move with this left indent, because left indent for full paragraphs indent, and this is right indent tab. Okay. Now we will learn how to set tab. Tab means tab stop, tab position. What is that? Here in your book it is written, what if you want to place a text at a particular place in a line? For this, you can press the tab key. Tab key is there in your keyboard. Each time you press tab, the cursor jumps forward 0.5 inch. This is the default tab stop or default tab setting. To change this, what to do? Let me remove all this indentation. First line also 0. Now look at here. My cursor is at the beginning. If I press tab, where the cursor will move from this left margin, it will take 0.5 inch distance. See this one. Next tab stop will move the cursor 0.5 inch forward this way. So it is leaving 0.5 inch distance from its previous tab stop. Okay. So how to change this default tab setting? First you select the paragraph or keep your cursor in the paragraph whose tab setting you want to change. Then you go to Layout tab or Page Layout tab. Here you will find paragraph. Open the paragraph dialog box by clicking on this dialog box launcher. Here at the bottom left corner of this paragraph dialog box you will find tabs button. Click on this tabs button. This tabs dialog box will come. Here we have to set the tabs position. Let me write 1 for 1 inch tab. Now for this tab we can select these 5 types of alignment: left, center, right, decimal and bar. By default left alignment means it will start from left and it will go towards right. Click on set and close this dialog box by clicking on OK. Now see, this is my first tab stop. Now if I keep the cursor at the beginning and press tab key, what will happen? Cursor will not move here. Cursor will come to here directly because my first tab stop is this one. Let's see. I'm pressing tab. Now here. Next, press tab. Then it will take this default 0.5 inch. Okay. But first tab stop is this. You can say second tab stop also here. That means when your cursor is here, pressing tab will make you move here. Okay. Now let's see other type of alignments for tab. This one, center. Center for what? It centers the text around the tab stop. If I use center, what will happen? At first cursor is here, press tab, it will bring the cursor here. Now if you type, text will go in both the way from the center as you are typing. And in case of left, text will go to the right only, from left to right. Next is right. Right means now when you will type, text will go to the left, from right till left. Now after taking the full tab space, it will go towards right. Now next one, this one, decimal. This aligns decimal numbers using the decimal point. Now see, I am writing a number, a real number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you put point, then this. So point will remain at the tab stop position. Press enter. Still we are following the same tab stops, and in new paragraph also when you will press tab, it will take you to that tab stop. Now again you write another number. The integer part of the number will remain before that tab stop, and point will be there at the tab stop position, and the fractional part will appear after the tab position, means after the point. So this way all numbers point will remain in this tab stop position. And the last one is bar. See, bar. It will draw a vertical bar at the tab stop position. Press enter, again press enter. So for each line at the tab stop position, one vertical bar will appear to indicate the tab stop position. Clear? Let me remove this. Now we will learn how to clear this tab. Again you have to open this paragraph dialog box. Go to tabs, select the tabs positions and click on clear. If you have set more than one tab stop, like here one, then let me give another tab stop, next tab stop 4, press enter. See, this is my first tab stop, this is my second tab stops. Now to remove these tab stops, what to do? Go to paragraph, tabs, clear all, or you can clear any one which you need to remove. This one, clear all. Okay, now no tab stops. It will use the default tab stop 0.5 inch. We can also set the tab stop by clicking on this horizontal ruler bar. See, this way we can set tab stop. Now force tab stop. At the beginning cursor is here, press tab, it will take you to the first tab stop. Again you press tab key, it will move the cursor to the next tab stop, this way. Clear? After the last tab stop, if any space is there in the text area, it will use the default tab stop, that is 0.5 inch. Okay. Now let me remove all this tab stop. Tabs, clear all. Okay. Now we will learn alignment, which is not there in your book, but it is important for us to learn. It increases the readability of the document and make the text more eye-catching. Now what is alignment? Alignment is the way of organizing the text in a document. It refers to the position of the text relative to the left and right margins or indents. In Microsoft Word, we have 4 types of alignments: left alignment, right alignment, center alignment, and justify alignment. Now, what is left alignment? Text is said to be left aligned if it is aligned with the left margin or indent. That is the default mode of alignment. Let's see. Go to Home tab. Here you will find 4 alignments in paragraph group. This is left, this is center, this is right, and this one is justify. By default is left alignment. See, it is pressed, it is on. All the text started from left margin. Now right alignment means it will align the text with the right margin or indent. I am showing you. Before that, either you have to select the paragraph or you can keep the cursor inside the paragraph, or for more than one paragraph you have to select all the paragraphs. Let me keep the cursor here because I want to change the alignment of this paragraph only. Click on this right now. See, all the lines ended with right margin, but they may or may not touch the left margin. Then center alignment. Text is said to be center aligned if it is aligned center between the left and right margin or indent. That means text will appear just between the left and right margin at the center. Let me select this. See, exactly at the center between the left and right margin or indent. Here we don't have any indent, that's why it is working on margin. If we have indents, it will work on indent. Like here I am bringing this right indent towards left. Now see, between left indent or left margin and right indent, the text will be aligned at the center. And last one is justify. Justify for text will be aligned with both left and right margins or indents. Let me select this. See here, all the lines started from left margin and spread it till right margin. Means spaces will be increased between the paragraph and the characters to increase the width of the line to cover the full space from left margin till right margin. Understood? So let me change the alignment of full text to justify, which looks good. Now we will learn how to add columns, how to divide text into multiple columns. The text in magazine or newspapers are often set in columns. The column is a vertical display of text. In Microsoft Word, option is there to align text in 2 or more columns. By default, text will appear in a document in one column. We can divide the text into multiple columns. Let me bring more contents here. I will copy this text and let me paste here. Now let me remove this part. Now this is one page full information. How I will divide this one column text into multiple columns? Go to page layouts. Here under this page setup group, you will find column button. Click on that. So one menu will appear where the first option 1 will be selected, because by default text gets displayed in one column. You can divide the text in 2 columns, 3 columns, and left and right also. The left and right for 2 columns only, but left will make the smaller column at the left hand side and larger column at the right hand side. And right option will make the smaller column at the right hand side and left column will be larger in size. You can get more columns also to specify more than 2 columns, 3 columns, or you can specify the number of column here, like 6 columns. See, text will appear in 6 columns. I will not do that. Let me select these 2 columns. Click on OK. See now. This is 2 columns information. Okay. Here we can insert a new column break to start a new column even if there is a space left in the current column. How to do? To insert a column break, first you have to keep the cursor from where we need to make a new column. Suppose here I am keeping the cursor here. You go to layout tab now. Here you will find breaks button in page setup group. Click on that. A menu will appear. Select column. See now. From my current cursor, it will make a new column, which is this one. Okay. Now let me remove these columns. Select all, column, one column. And let me remove this break also. Now we will learn how to make a line break. When we press enter, it makes a new paragraph. Like here, if I keep cursor and press enter, it will make a new paragraph. So this is the new paragraph created from this paragraph. Line break will move the cursor to the next line without breaking the paragraph. Here in this case, we will not press enter. We will press shift and enter together. Shift and enter. This will make a new line in the same paragraph. Now this is not a paragraph. This is the new line started in the paragraph after this line. Let me use left alignment, then you will understand. See, this was the last line. Here I have used line break and the new line has created. But it doesn't mean this is a new paragraph. This is a part of this paragraph only. Okay. And today last we will learn page break. We can insert a page break to move the text to a new page, even if a lot of space is there in this current page. So what to do? Same way, you just keep the cursor at the position from where you want to bring the text in the new page. Now again in the same way, we have to go to the page layout or layout tab. Here you go to breaks option and select page to make a page break. See, from here it will create a new page where the text after your cursor will come. Let me undo this. Okay. So today up to this much. In our next class we will try to complete this chapter. Till then, bye. Have a nice day.